So we're doing a lot of restructuring around here. For many years I've ran the business kind of lackadaisically, very laid back, wanting things to be very comfortable and very fun. And I still want that, but at the same time I need to really take this a lot more seriously because things are just growing so quickly and I can't afford to have a lackadaisical attitude towards things anymore. So I'm parting ways with a lot of people who were not necessarily helping me to change the way that this business was being structured and ran, and I am starting to hire a lot of new people and see who fits where and what's going on. And it's been very challenging, but it's so important that we don't get complacent, that we don't get comfortable, and that when it's time to make changes, as difficult as they may be, that we're able to have the courage and the strength to make those changes. I'm a big skull fan, and I have had these two skulls in production. Each one took about 3 months to make. They're handmade skulls. There's a rose quartz and a crystal quartz one. They weigh around 250 pounds each, and I'm keeping, they're my pieces. I'm super stoked about them. But I do have a buttload of new stuff that just kind of came in. So I got these, which are like your human-sized skulls. And it's Halloween time, so it's perfect timing for this. People are gonna go nuts over it. I mean, we've only unpacked these over the last week and I've already probably sold around 600 to 650 skulls in a week. There's still some material left, but then I got these guys right here, which are awesome. I got this guy right here. This is my jam right here. Everybody wants that. You know, they're all made by hand, so it's pretty hard to get them. It takes a long time. But you got all the small ones here. I just did a giveaway for 2 skulls. They're downstairs, but you know, some small ones. So we buy out the tourmaline mines every 3 months, and my brother unpacks most of the material, and he put this piece aside for me. He actually left it here. I'm gonna open it up and check it out. Yeah, so this is crazy. This is a piece of tourmaline which grew into each other. A lot of the times they call it a Japanese formation, but that's mostly associated with crystal quartz. But this piece is so crazy. It's got garnet, quartz, mica, feldspar. So if you see this red coloration here, this is a little bit of garnet. It's not actually garnet stones, but the little bits of pieces that are in there are garnet. And then here you have feldspar, which a lot of people call moonstone. And then you have mica, which people call star mica, this yellow one, or lepidolite, which is all of this stuff right here. And then there's little pieces of quartz that are in between the crevices of the tourmaline, which are going to be really hard to see by camera, but they're in there. Such a crazy formation. And I see tens of thousands of kilos of tourmaline to find a formation like this. Actually, it's 3 pieces. You know, so you got this one piece right here. You got this piece right here, which looks like it was connected to this, but it's not. It's actually 3 separate pieces. 1, 2, 3. Very cool. You know, people ask me all the time, how do you determine the value of something? The value of something is based on what someone's willing to pay for it. So it's like art or anything that's very unique or one of a kind thing. It depends on how bad you want it. For me personally, if I was going to treat this as just I'm going to sell it here off the table, which I would never, but I would say that this kind of stuff goes for $20 a kilo. Is probably like a it's probably like a $250, $300 rock if it was just regular tourmaline here. But in this particular case, it's not. I probably would want to sell this for around $3,300 to $3,500, something like that. Just because we're basing it off of the piece itself and not necessarily off of a weight price.
Hey guys, I'm Aiden. I started about 2 weeks ago. I unpack everything. I move stuff that Chris needs me to. I help customers pack their orders, bring them to their cars, stuff like that. The crystal shop was hiring. So I put in an application and Chris was nice enough to come see me. He asked if I knew too much about crystals. I said I'm willing to learn, but I don't know anything advanced or anything. And he said, don't be late.
So this is my Smoky quartz skull. I've had many pieces that came before, but I never kept them, but this one I'm keeping. You can see the rainbow in its face. And then you see all the golden rutile. This piece is freaking excellent. So I'm keeping this piece. This is my Smoky quartz skull now. I've been waiting to get my hands on one that I really enjoyed. And then I have some pieces from stuff that I put aside from this last shipment that I'm gonna be holding on to. Chief skull, rose quartz. This guy is crazy. Labradorite. And then this is all stuff that I decided to put aside for myself here. This is another Labradorite skull. I got the black tourmaline alien head. Very cool. Kind of what happens, I'm crazy, you know, don't get high off your own supply, but if you're me, that's what I think what Aiden said to me the other day. But these big fluoride skulls, I'm not sure which one I want to keep yet. I have 2 of them put aside. I have this guy, and I have this guy. I'm leaning more towards this piece right here. I like that it has a little druzy in the chin, a little geode in the backside, some geodes. I think I'm leaning towards this guy. This guy I'll probably sell, but I'm not ready yet. And stuff comes in, I go through it, I get very excited, I put all of it aside, I let it sit for a while, and then I digest it, and over time I'll chisel this down quite a bit over time. But initially, my initial sweep, I want to sit on it, no rush to sell it. Recently I also did some towers, so I got some fluoride towers here. It's green fluorite. This is what you'd call lavender fluorite. Super nice. This is your purple green fluorite. I'm having a hard time putting this stuff out, so I'm just letting it sit here for now. And then we have Chevron Amethyst, which people are now calling Dream Amethyst, which I've recently learned. It's super high quality stuff. And then this table right here is Megan's table of stuff that she put aside. Megan has been working on building a retail division to some degree. As I've said many times, this business is becoming very, very difficult, and you know, just straight wholesale is becoming extremely difficult for everybody. So Megan is working on creating her own kind of thing here, and she's doing a really good job. But she gets kind of second. I get first pick. I take all my stuff that I want, that I don't want to sell. Megan kind of gets second pick, and she kind of decides stuff that she wants to hold on to and try to sell herself. Melvin's over there doing this thing. Melvin is very good. Very shy. Today is a crazy day. Megan texted me at like 4 o'clock in the morning that she's not feeling well, so she's not coming in. And usually today's Sunday, we have 12 clients today, which is insane. And I don't have Megan today, so I'm going to pretty much be doing sales by myself. I'm short-staffed, but I have Melvin, and we'll be okay. I can do this with Melvin alone. Actually, in Tucson in November, it's going to be just me and Melvin. Get ready for that, buddy. What time is it? Isn't it time for?
Yeah, Melissa called and she's stuck on the George Washington.
Oh, shit.
I guess everybody's gonna be late today. So it's traffic.
Great.
You need coffee?
Yeah, please. So I hired 2 new people. Vanessa.
Hi.
She's helping Keela with administrative stuff, and then we're gonna see little by little what she can do. If you don't want to do something, tell me you can't do it. Once I know you can do something, it's your new job.
After COVID, I was working remotely from home, and I moved to New Jersey. So I'm like super new, and the stones have always helped me. Certain stones, not all stones, but it's always helped me like connect, because it's a very like emotional thing for them and for me. So it's kind of cool that I'm here working with them now.
I made some moves to get more material. I expedited things. I did some things by air just to get material in here, so people, my clients who are coming in here to fill their stores and do their shopping, have material to actually resell, which again, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to work for my clients and make sure that they have access to material so that they can support themselves and their families. But it's been a real challenge to keep this place filled, especially now what's going on in the ports. The ports are so backed up. I mean, I remember hearing so many stories during when the pandemic first struck that, you know, shipping was a problem. And it wasn't, not for me. But right now it's absolutely horrendous. You know, containers went from $3,000 to $4,000 a pop to now like $15,000 a pop. So a lot of people are, you know, holding off on shipping. I'm holding off on shipping a few containers myself because I don't want to spend $15,000 a container. Especially for me, I have 5 containers coming at a time. So add that up. You know, usually it costs me like $3,000 to $4,000 a container. And as crazy it is, we're scheduled to go out to Tucson November 1st, and it's gonna be me, Melvin, my brother Max, and Gila. We're gonna go out. I just bought a building out there, so I need to be out of that warehouse in March and into my new warehouse. So we were gonna go out there and start the process of that. Anyway, long story short, I have 5 containers that have been seriously delayed. All of them are arriving that week in November, so I had to cancel Max's trip, and now it's gonna be just me and Melvin essentially, with 10 days of appointments booked solid. With just me and him, which is crazy because people out there are buying pallets worth of material. So it's going to be a long 10 days out there without Max. You guys always coming in when Rami's filming me. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. But I'm sold the carts. I purposefully had carts made like free.
I can take that one right there. Oh,
yeah, there you go. Start with that. This is everything that I have this out on the tables. So this is everything. There's no back stock. There's nothing hidden around anywhere. This is everything. Whatever's out is out. There's a couple of things under the table, but try to, if you can, try to prepare, if you see something that you know is going to do really well, maybe grab a bunch of it because it's going to be gone. And luckily, it just got all the fluoride in. There's a bunch of fluoride. There's a bunch of towers on that table over there. There's skulls right over there, which is good for Halloween.
Yeah.
I tried to time it that the skulls came in for Halloween.
Perfect.
Okay. I would take this half of the table.
That's what I'm looking at.
You could do this if you wanted to, even if you'd be like, I don't want that. Like you could just take it from this line here. And then if there's something here that you absolutely love, I could, which is again, this is a much, much nicer side.
Yeah.
Hey Melvin, when you get a chance, can you pack this half of the table for me? This half. If I have a full this is like not a full case.
Yeah, I go through a full case in like a month.
Let me find you a full case. Megan will be here from November. I'm only going from the 1st to the 12th. Yeah, I'll be back on the 13th. My brother's going to be here because, he was planning to come, but all my containers are coming that week. Okay. So this box, if you can, my back I'm getting old. My fucking back. That box, can you put it under the table? That one? Yeah, and then that, I need you to bring over, I need a weight on that box. I have no formal education. My education comes from experience, which in my opinion is a little bit better, but at the same time, no one teaches you anything. You just kind of learn as you go. You figure things out every year, and for me, every year this is a new business. The business that it was last year is not the same as it was this year, and it's just continually, yes, the product is the same, but the trends are different, the way of looking at things is different. I've had to make some really, really tough choices. I've had to let my personal feelings not dictate what's best for the business anymore, and I just have to make decisions based on what's best for this company and not based on how I feel or what makes me feel safe or secure. People can't imagine how busy we really are here, and the reason we're so busy is because there's only a handful. I'm very slow to hire people, and I never fired anybody. When it was time for you to go, you went on your own accord. But now we're in a different time and a different era, and I have to do what's best for the sanity of the people that are here, that are working hard, and that are trying to do what's best for the company.